Good morning, children. Today we shall deal with a new chapter. What is government? We often hear government makes laws, government builds schools, government builds hospitals, government builds roads, etc. Then what is government? What do you mean by the term government? So, government means it is a small group of people managing the affairs of a country. That means a small group of people managing the affairs of a country. So, it can also be called as an administrative organ of a state. Administrative organ. So, government is the administrative organ of a state and it's elected. You have heard election, you know what is election. So, government is also a body of representatives who are elected, and they are mainly elected for a tenure for a period of 5 years. Election is being conducted and the members or representatives of the government is being elected for a period of 5 years. So, this government keeps on changing. After 5 years, the government may change, but the state does not change. So, when people live together, they need or they should have a set of rules and regulations to be guided by. So, who decides these rules and regulations? Or if in your home, your parents are there to inform you or to tell you not to do that or not to do that. In school, when you come, there are teachers there to make rules, to keep restrictions, etc. So, when people collectively live together, there should be someone or they should live according to set of rules and regulations. So, who decides these rules? So, it is these government. So, it is the government who decide the rules, and when rules are being formulated, they should make some punishment if anyone violate your laws. That means at home also, you know, if you misbehave when your parents says something, you will be punished. Even at school also, if you are doing something against the rules of the school, you will be punished. So, similarly, when people live against rules and regulations, there should be someone to punish you, or this is called as a law. This you call it as a law. So, there are teams to check whether you are following the rules, or there are teams to make laws, there are teams to check whether you are obeying the laws, etc. So, for example, when you are going by a school van, or when you are going in your own car or somewhere, you have seen red signals at the traffic, isn't it? So, what is the use of showing red signal? Red signal implies you to stop there. So, if you violate the law, what will happen? You will be punished. Either you will be fined or you will be put in jail. So, who is the person who check here? It is the police. So, similarly, there are teams who check whether you are violating the laws, and if you feel that any of your law is being violated, you can file cases, and there will be some persons to argue something related to when you violate these rules and regulations. So, they will be hearing both the sides of the argument and they will be deciding who is wrong. It is the work of a judge, or there are courts to do such activities. So, these laws, these rules and regulations are formed by a body which you call as the government. Now, what is the need for having a government? Why do you need a government? So, without government, the population will be like a disorganized mass. The people, mass means here people. So, people may be disorganized. They may not be well organized. They may not be living accordingly as to how a person has to live in a society. So, it is a must that we should have a government. Now, what are the functions of a government? So, one of the primary function of the government is to make decisions. Already I told what is a law, I had told you. So, the primary function of a government is to make laws. Then other than making laws, other than making decisions, there are lots of functions that are being performed by a government. So it is a government who protects the boundaries, the government maintains peace and order, it protects the country from foreign invasions. Then it is a responsibility of the government to build infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure means building roads, communication facilities, all this come under infrastructure. So it is a responsibility of the government to build all these infrastructure facilities to the people. And another important function is to provide welfare to the people. So what are the ways in which the government works for the welfare of people? So the government will be building schools, the government will be constructing hospitals, then the government health centers will be started, then electrification, providing water to the people, so digging canals, providing irrigation to areas where it is necessary. So all these are functions that are being done or responsibilities of a government. Now at times of natural disasters, it is the government who is there to help. So it is active. The government is active at times of natural disasters. Then already we told there are courts. What is a court? Court is something which provide justice, isn't it? So any of the law when put forward by the government, if it is violated, there are courts to help the people. Then it create public policies. A lot of laws are being put forward by the government. So these are some of the primary functions, important functions of the government. Now you will be moving on to the different levels of government. What are the different or which are the different levels of government? We have levels of government as well as organs of government. So primarily we are having 3 levels of government. So in the olden times we had only 2 levels of government, that was the central government and the state government. So this is a recent introduction after the Amendment Act of 1992, that the local government came into force, which you call as Panchayati Raj system. So earlier we had 2 forms of government and now we are having 3 levels of government. You call it as a 3-tier system, you call it as a 3-tier system of government, that is central government, we are having a state government as well as a local government. So these are the 3 levels of government. So that means here the power of the government is shared between the central government, the state government as well as the local government. So related to local government, we have again the urban areas as well as rural areas. Now next is organs of government. Which are the different organs of government? So we have 3 organs of government. They are the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. Legislature, executive and the judiciary. The function of legislature is to make laws. Legislature make laws for the entire country. And once the law is being made, it is implemented in the country by the executive. And after implementing the laws, if any of the laws is being violated, we are having another important organ which you call as judiciary, which consists of different levels of court. So it is here we get justice. So function of legislature is making laws, executive implements the law and the judiciary punishes a person if any of the person violate any of these laws. So I hope you are not having any doubt with this portion. These 2 are very important, levels of government and organs of government. Levels, we are having 3 levels of government: central government, state government and local government. Organs, we have 3 organs: legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature make laws, executive implement laws and judiciary enforces the laws if anyone violate it. Thank you.